Hi everyone, it's Gothicleeman here. So today's video I bring you really talking about horror movies that kind of introduced me to the horror genre. So these are movies that I experienced as a kid between 6 years old to maybe 11, 12. So these are the movies that really shaped my love and my passion for horror movies and how I really appreciate them now. So one of the first movies that I was exposed to as a child was Candyman, 1992. So that one was like, my eyes were like, wow, what is this and where can I find more of this? It's so dark, so creepy, and just as a kid it was amazing to me that there was just something so dark out there, but I wasn't scared of it. I just found a really big appreciation for it, and ever since Candyman, I was hooked. So after Candyman, I watched Carrie, 1976, Stephen King's Carrie. That was my first exposure to Stephen King. Ever since that one and The Shining, I've been hooked on Stephen King. I cannot get enough of his works and I admire him, and he would be an idol of mine and someone I would love to meet and chew his ear off of how he gets his inspiration to be so dark and creepy. That and H.P. Lovecraft. So another movie that I loved was Night of the Living Dead, the 1969 zombie movie. So this was a black and white film, but I still found something quite that I adored from that movie, even though I'm not the biggest zombie fan, but just the whole essence of that movie kept my love and kept me more intrigued by horror movies. Next was The Exorcism of 1973. I watched that really, really young. I remember watching that one. I was so little when I watched that movie, but it stuck with me, and I think that was the first one that hit me to paranormal horror and the love of paranormal and ghosts and spirits and possession, because ever since after that, the movies I seem to draw to and love the most have some demon or possession or something along those lines in them. So that was probably the stepping stone to my love of paranormal horror. Next one was The Frightener of 1996. I'd say this is more like a comedy type horror rather than I'm going to scare you, but I loved the Grim Reaper. I remember just the figure coming from the walls and you weren't quite sure what it was, and it'd be this Grim Reaper that would just jump around buildings, and as a kid that was just like, oh, I love this, and I got all excited about that movie and it stuck with me and I still love it to this day. Another movie I really like is Silence of the Lambs, 1991. That one got me interested in more thrillers and more sort of where you have to think about the movie and the plots. So that added to my taste buds as well of horror movies, and I just couldn't get enough. So after that, of course, I discovered Freddy Krueger and Jason and Aliens, and I also discovered like Chucky's and all the Chucky's. Cedar Chucky's the one that plays in my mind the most. I don't know why, but that one's always something I always remember. Then after that, my love has grown for horror movies, and my taste buds have matured with horror movies, but as well, I like movies with in-depth now rather than just pointless killing or pointless gore. But yeah, my taste buds for horrors really started from these movies. These were the stepping stones for my horror movie experience. So thank you for watching my video. I would love to hear your movies, like what shaped your horror movie taste buds and what made you love and admire like the villains of horror and the horror genre, and what movies you like now, or what types of horror genre do you appreciate. Now, I'd just love to hear if you want to leave them in the comments. Happy, make a video of them. I don't mind. Just, I'd love to hear people's opinions and views. Bye.